Hello, everyone. It's me, Trish, the Purple Yarnivore. And I have gotten some requests about my For the Love of Shawls bolero sweater pattern. And I thought, you know what? It's really easy. I'll just quickly show you guys how to do it and then let you add it. So basically, you're going to use my For the Love of Shells crochet tutorial. Okay, so once you watch that tutorial, this sweater pattern is going to be a piece of cake. So I'm going to do a little diagram here for you with my cool stick figure, but it should be pretty easy to understand. If anyone has any questions, you can always ask in the comment section of this video. But basically, watch my For the Love of Shells shawl wrap pattern. And then what you're going to do to figure out how to make a sweater. Okay, and this is what I did with my daughter. Here's my stick figure. Okay, there's the arms. Here's the legs. So what you want to do in order to create this sweater, and this is how I figured it out for my daughter, and this is where you can figure it out, how to measure it so it's for your size. So basically, the wrap, you want to chain the multiples of 14. Depending on how long you want the sleeves, okay, if you want them down to your wrists, you would chain 14, 14, 14, 14 to the measurement of from one wrist to the next with your arms out straight. So 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, plus the 5, okay? This is a multiple for the Love of Shells shawl pattern. Now, if you want it short sleeved, like the one I'm going to show you today, you would just measure your width of your body from, you know, if you want it short sleeved, from here to here, okay? Once you figure out the width of your bolero, whether you want it long sleeved or short sleeved or 3/4 sleeves here, okay, then you want to figure out how long do you want it. So you're going to want to measure from your neck to about the middle of your back here, okay? So that you create, whether it's, you're going to create like this triangle, okay? So 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14. How many chains you want for the width of your sweater, and then how many rows you do. Now, you want to end on row 2 of the pattern. And then you'll have, because row 2, you know, it has the 3 double crochets, chain 2, double crochet into the single crochet from previous row, and so on. That's going to be the second row of the pattern. Okay, bring this in a little closer. So you're going to figure how many chains across, and then how many rows you will do, ending on row 2. Okay. And then what you're going to do, and here's where I can show you with the sweater that I made, okay? So you have your rectangle. Let me bring this up now. You have your rectangle, okay? Which I've already sewn together. My daughter, she likes these open sleeves, okay? But what you will do is you will figure out, you're going to measure the rectangle around you, and you're going to take like a stitch marker or something and mark it up to your armpit like this, okay? Up to your armpit. You're going to line up your shawl, and you're going to, if you don't want an open sleeve, you're going to sew from the edge of the rectangle all the way up to your armpit on this side. And then you're going to bring it over and do the exact same thing on this side. So you have the rectangle, okay? You have the rectangle. I've already sewn it. I just kind of did a loop-de-loop-de-loop around. But you're going to sew it up on this side to your armpit, okay? And when you do that, you are going to have this round area here in the middle, okay? So you see you have either side, pretending that these sides of your rectangle are sewn up. And then you have this hole in the middle here, okay? And once you have sewn up your sides, you're going to want, see, after I connected, okay, let me bring this down a little more. So after I connected right here, okay, so most people, they sew up this side there, but like I said, my daughter likes the open sleeves, and you could do that too. And I just took some of the yarn and went around and around and around in the stitch, okay? So you got your big gaping hole here in the middle. And I kind of started in this first double crochet after the point where I sewed, okay? And I did a I did a single crochet all the way around. And what you will do to figure out where to put your single crochets, okay? So I left a little bit. I did my single crochets around, but I left a small section so I could show you, okay? So for every chain 2 space, you're going to put 2 single crochets. And this does not seem like a chain 2 space here on either side of the shell, but it actually is. So you're going to put 2 single crochets here, 1 single crochet here, 2 single crochets here, and then 1 single crochet in that single crochet, 2 single crochets here in this chain 2 space, 1 single crochet here, 1 single crochet here, 1 single crochet here. So I'm going to show you how it's done. I got up to this point, okay? I put a single crochet in each one of these. There's a chain 2 space here, so I'm going to put 2 single crochets here. Here's that single crochet. I'm going to put a single crochet on that. And then what does not look like 2 single crochets or 2 chains, it is 2 chains actually. So I'm going to put 2 single crochets here, 1 single crochet here, 2 single crochets here, and then here's that single crochet. So I'm going to put a single crochet there, 2 single crochets here, 1 single crochet on top of each of the double crochets, 2 single crochets here, 1 single crochet here, and now I'm here where I sewed, okay? And like I said, your sleeve will probably be sewn all the way up, but My daughter likes hers open. So right here you have a chain 2 space. So we are going to put 2 single crochets, pull out some yarn, and right here where I connected at 2 shells. Now where you connect might be a little different, but the place where your 2 sections connect, okay, your 2 sides, you're going to want to do 2 single crochets together, okay? And since this was a chain 2 space and I only got 1 single crochet here, I'm going to put 1 here, and then I'm going to join to the first single crochet. I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet I made and chain 1. Now I will show you how it looks all the way around. Okay, your big gaping hole here where you did your single crochet around. Bring this up again. Okay, you did your double crochet around, or single crochet, sorry, and right here where it connects, you're going to do 2 single crochets together to give, you know, a nice smooth rounded edge there. And now for the ruffles. This is so easy. This is so easy. What you're going to do to create the ruffles on this, okay, is you are going to double crochet 3 times into each of your single crochets. Okay, so let's bring this down again. Do you feel like you're on an elevator? You're going to do 3 double crochets in every single one of your single crochets all around your hole there. 1, 2, 3. Next single crochet here, we're going to put 3 double crochets. Whoa. Next single crochet, put 3 double crochets. Okay, and you can see already it's starting to ruffle. So what you're going to do is put 3 double crochets all the way around in every single one of your single crochets. Okay, now when you get back around, okay, you got your hole here, you're putting 3 single crochets in every single one of your double crochets. But what about these corners here? Okay, when you get to the joining part, okay, where you did 2 single crochets together, you're still going to put 3 single, I cannot talk today. You're still going to put 3 double crochets in this one, 3 double crochets in this one, and on, even in these corners here where you joined your rectangle. Okay, now when you get back to the beginning, you are going to slip stitch to your first double crochet here, right here. You're going to chain 1, and then you won't need to put 3 double crochets in every stitch around. You just need to put, for a second row, you just need to put 1 double crochet in every stitch around, because you would have already created your ruffle. You're just essentially making it a little taller. Okay. Now this yarn that I use to make this is the Yarntopia by Yarn Bee. Okay, in the color blush. It is 4-ounce ball, 312 yards. This is, bring you down again, down the elevator goes, okay? So this is a 2-weight yarn. I don't know if it'll, there we go. It's a 2-weight yarn, which kind of feels more like a 3, but it's a 2-weight yarn, 100% acrylic, 312 yards, and I'm about a third of the way on my second ball. Now this size that I'm making for my daughter is probably like a size small, medium. This yarn is so nice. It's super soft, and the lighter weight of yarn that you use, the more drapey it's going to get. And when I made this, even though this calls for a 4.5 millimeter hook, I used the H8 5 hook, so that this is a very drapey sweater. So what I'm going to do now is finish this up, okay, and I'll take a picture of it. And I'll show you. Now, if you want, you could do a single crochet on your sleeves. I think they look fine just the way they are, because they do when you leave this part open, okay, like I did for my daughter. It kind of like fans. And it looks, I don't know, I think it kind of looks nice the way it is. But if you want to put ruffles on the sleeves as well, you notice that every row is a double crochet. Okay, so what I would do is put 2 single crochets for every double crochet around, all the way around your sleeve. Okay, and then repeat the same thing for your sleeve that you did for the inner part up here with the ruffles. Okay, and you could do 1 row of ruffles for your sleeve, or you could do 2 rows. Okay, and this sweater is really that simple. Like I said, let's recap here. So depending on how wide you want it, you're going to measure your arm. This is full length, 3/4, and short sleeved. Okay, so on your body, you're going to measure, depending on the length, from one side to the other. And then from top to bottom, you're going to measure to about halfway down your back. And however many inches you have there is how many rows you're going to do. So you're going to do row after row after row until it measures the amount of inches that goes from your shoulder down to about halfway down your back. Okay, and the same here. When you measure how many inches here, you're going to do multiples of 14, 14, 14, 14, 14 until you reach your measurement width. Okay, you might if you're like in the middle of a multiple, like let's say you know you have 10 inches, obviously not that, but and you have a multiple, and you read your last multiple, you reach 10 inches at, let's say, half of the multiple, so 7 instead of 14. Let's say you reach 10 inches at 7, at the seventh stitch of your multiple, okay, or the 7th chain. Just go ahead and finish that multiple, okay, and then add your 5, and then follow the instructions for the shawl. And then come back to this video once you get the hang of this pattern and do as I said on this. It's that simple. Anyway, that's how you do that. Remember, in the corners here, depending, you know, let's say you join not on a shell. Okay, let's say you join here. Your join starts at this. Either way, when you join at your join intersection, when you get to the little V of that intersection, this point here, you're going to single crochet these two together, if that makes sense. So anyway, it's really very, very simple. It's very easy to make a bolero. You just have your triangle here. You're going to bring this side and this side together on the wrong side, okay? You're going to join these two together. You're going to bring them together. You're going to sew them together right here and right here. And that'll create your hole here. You're going to single crochet all the way around. And right here, where you'll have a V, okay? Let's do the V right here. You're going to single crochet these two together so that they're one stitch, okay? But aside from these corners here, you're going to single crochet all the way around. You're going to single crochet on two single crochets on every chain 2 space, and 1 single crochet in every stitch around. And the shell here is 1 single crochet. Even though you see 5 double crochets in here, it's all in 1 stitch. So you're going to single crochet in that 1 stitch, 1 single crochet. Every chain 2 space, you're going to do 2 single crochets for your single crochet edging. And then once you get that all done, you are going to double crochet 3 times in each single crochet around. When you come back to the beginning, you're going to slip stitch to the very first double crochet and then put 1 double crochet all the way around again. And then, you know, depending on how long you want your ruffles, the 2 rows did it for me. When I did the 2 rows, it was fine. Anyway, that is the explanation for this bolero sweater. It's very simple. The hardest part of this is doing the For the Love of Shells pattern, and that's easy. Anyway, if you have any questions on how to do this, I am in the middle of writing the pattern for the shawl, and I'm going to put bonus instructions on how to make this bolero. So if you don't understand this video, you can leave a comment in the comment section, or wait till I make the announcement that I have written this pattern completely and have people test it, and it'll be in my Etsy shop, hopefully in a week or 2. Anyway, that is it. It's really that simple. So I'm going to let you go. You guys take care. Be safe. Show love, show compassion. Start with yourself first. Do random acts of kindness. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.